OpenScreen got attention because it promises a free open-source alternative to Screen Studio. But the comments show the real problem. Windows users are not asking for another feature list. They're asking which installer to download and where the exported file goes. That is the difference between a cool repo and a tool someone can actually use today. The safest download source is the official GitHub releases page. The latest release I checked is version 1.5.0. The Windows asset is named OpenScreen.setup.1.5.0.exe. That is the file Windows users should pick from the official release. Mac users should not download that. Linux users should not download that. Match the asset to your operating system. Here is the map. On Windows, use the .exe installer. On a newer Apple Silicon Mac, use the ARM64 DMG. On an Intel Mac, use the x64 DMG. On Linux, choose AppImage, Deb, or Pacman depending on your distribution. The version number may change later, so memorize the pattern, not the exact file name. Windows equals EXE from the official release. The README says OpenScreen can record Windows or full screen, record microphone and system audio, create webcam overlay, cursor zooms, captions, wallpapers, motion blur, trimming, annotations, and export to MP4 or GIF. It also warns the project started as a side project and can have bugs. So do not record a full tutorial first. Make a 5-second test recording, export it, and confirm video, audio, cursor, and folder before doing serious work. For the export question, the honest answer is, use the export or save dialog as the source of truth. Desktop apps can change defaults by version and platform. When you export, choose a folder you can find, like videos, desktop, or a project folder. If you already exported and lost the file, check downloads, videos, desktop, and recent files. Then search Windows for the newest .mp4. The fix is to name the folder before the real export, not after you lose it. One safety line: do not download OpenScreen from random mirror sites. Open source does not make every installer on the internet safe. Use OpenScreen.net or the official GitHub release. If Windows Smart Screen appears, stop and verify you downloaded the EXE from the official repo before continuing. Keep the installer version in your notes so future bug reports are useful. My practical verdict is simple. OpenScreen is promising because it is free, source visible, and close to the type of demo recorder creators want. But the first proof is not a polished hour-long recording. The first proof is downloading the correct Windows EXE from the official release, recording 5 seconds, exporting MP4, and finding the file. Once that works, then record the real tutorial. The best OpenScreen advice is not glamorous. Do a 5-second recording first. Export it as MP4. Confirm you can find the file. Confirm video and audio are present. Confirm the cursor or webcam effect did not break. Only then record a serious tutorial. That one small test prevents the exact problem viewers described. They recorded something, exported, and then did not know where it went. The point of this video is to remove that confusion before they lose a real recording. If the recording is blank, silent, or missing cursor behavior, do not assume the app is trash immediately. Check permissions. On desktop recording tools, screen capture, microphone, system audio, and accessibility can all be separate gates. Restart the app after permission changes. Then run another 5-second export. If the short export is wrong, a long recording will be wrong too. That is why the test is the real setup step, not an optional extra. For the export folder, the practical answer is this: make the folder decision before export. Use videos, desktop, downloads, or a named project folder. If the file is already missing, search Windows for the newest MP4, then check downloads, videos, desktop, and recent files. Version defaults can change, so the export dialog is the source of truth. A serious workflow names the folder on purpose, exports the short test, confirms the file, and only then records the full demo. OpenScreen is still interesting because the creator promise is real. A free, source-visible alternative to expensive screen recording software. But a creator does not need another feature list. A creator needs the correct installer, the correct permissions, a known export folder, and a confirmed MP4. If those 4 things work, then OpenScreen becomes useful. If they do not, the feature list does not matter. That is the honest support video Windows viewers were asking for.